How's it going, Twitch? My name is Skull, and on behalf of East Asia Soft, welcome to today's stream. Today is Sunday, which means that it is time for me to continue my playthrough of Love Esquire on Nintendo Switch. I have been having so much fun with this game, and I hope that you guys have had fun watching me play through it as well. I really don't know how we're doing, but I know that we're having a lot of fun. I know that I have really enjoyed this game a whole lot, and I am looking forward to seeing what happens today. Take a quick look at the calendar. It looks like on the 30th, which is about a week from now, we got to talk with Hugh for our end of the month checkup. So until then, we got free reign. Let's just see if there's any story beats that we've got to take care of. We are now at max affection with Amy.
Bro, glad you're here.
Oh, maybe not. Secrets or the Gegners? What kind of gifts do we have? Aw, little froggy. These are not for Amy, unfortunately. So let's just go ahead and... Secrets!
So, sis, got any interesting secrets you've been dying to share?
This is a better volume.
Of course! A badass girl like me has a lot of juicy secrets.
Oh, really? Like how you peed the bed when you were 12?
No! And I thought we agreed to never bring that up again.
12? That's embarrassing.
I'm talking about cool secrets. Like how sometimes, in the dead of the night, I sneak into the kitchen and drink mead straight from the bottle.
That's it?
Ha! I'm such a rebel! A true wild card.
I think I bumped my webcam there. Is it all good? It's all good. Cannot interact with Bessie anymore, unfortunately, so... Any story beats? No story beats. Let's go talk to Giselle. I've got that star compass thing to gift to her. First, let's go ahead and steal the potion. Nothing in there. And talk to her.
Oh, hi.
Gift her the star compass.
Highly appreciated. Thank you.
She likes it. Yeah, I knew she would. Now, let's talk to her about...
Greetings.
Childhood? Does she have anything extra to
How
say?
about your hometown? What was it like?
My town. Green fields. Lots of plants.
Is that it?
And there were
Yes.
talking animals. All of them were pink.
Right. And I'm sure the horses had wings and a giant castle made of clouds.
Yes, you're catching on.
Right.
So she doesn't want to talk about her childhood. She is very secretive. Oh, go back home. Story beat. Sorry. Exclamation marks always take priority. Such as that one right there. I love this green screen. Huh? What's up? Why is everything so quiet?
This way, bro!
Amy?
Something's happened. Quick, come with me.
Oh, no, Bessie!
Whoa. What the hell?
They killed Bessie!
The animals. They're all dead.
Their corpses are everywhere.
Chickens? The sheep? Oh no. Damn it!
Bro, where are you going?
I need to check if... They even got Bessie.
No.
This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito.
Bessie. She never hurt anyone. How? Why? Why would this?
Everything's gone. Even the crops have been torn up.
Oh wow, she's right. The background is completely different now.
Amy!
Tall.
I thank the fertility god. The both of you are safe.
Dad, the farm, the crops, the animals.
Damn it. This is not good.
How did this happen?
There's a foul stench to the air. And over here, there's a tinge of green on poor Bessie's skin. It's just as I feared. It's poison. Gegner poison.
All right, we're gonna go raid on the Gegners. Who's with me? They killed Bessie.
Just when I thought I'd put the past behind me. After all this time, they're still here.
Bro, remember the sound we heard the other day? I felt it back then. I think we were being watched.
Are you serious?
They may even be watching us right now.
That's a scary thought.
No way! But why destroy our farm? The cowards! Why don't they just fight us head on?
Oh, they're not out to fight us. I know their style. The Gegners. They're sending us a message.
Message? What kind of message? Why the hell can't they just use pen and paper like everyone else? Damn it!
That's not how they work, lad. It's a show of force. I was never supposed to let anyone know about my secrets. They know what's been going on with us lately. This here is all a warning. Stay silent or face the consequences.
How dare they? They messed with our farm. They killed my cow.
Rip in peace, Bessie.
They just crossed the line.
I'm so sorry. Just as I thought we were in the clear, all this comes back to haunt me.
It's okay, Dad. Just rest for now.
No resting for me. I'll keep watch.
All right.
Whatever happens, the both of you look after each other.
That was a very bad day.
Bro, you're back.
Yeah, and I can't gift her anything, so... Let's go talk to Beatrice. Maybe she could do something about this. And yes, I know that it doesn't work like that, unfortunately, so... I could train. Just a little more strength. Let's go ahead and talk to Beatrice first.
There you are.
Luxurious ring?
Winning me over with gifts, aren't we? Interesting.
Yeah, is it working?
Greetings. How are you?
Romantic standards, because I am curious.
Hey, Princess. If you were looking for someone, what would you find attractive?
Well, I do appreciate someone who is well-read. I must admit, I do find the raw intensity of a poet quite attractive. The great playwrights of the 12th century, the romantic poets of the 9th. Ah, whoever can quote Albenstein whilst understanding the socio-political ramifications hidden in his works is after my own heart.
Yeah, that's just going to be too much work.
Yeah, Albenstein. Haha, he's great.
Too much work. I give up. Well, while Kamal is here, may as well talk with her.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
Townsfolk!
Princess Kamala. Learn anything else from us Ceruleans?
You're Rahima, Amy. She is a farmer, yes? And she is also a merchant? Oh, fascinating. She must be very skilled to be able to handle two professions at once.
Kinda, I guess.
Oh, now. No need to be so modest on her behalf. Oh, indeed. The two of you seem to get along very well. To be honest,
I am quite envious. My feelings towards my siblings have been complicated over the years.
The more we learn about Kamala. I find it interesting that Kamala is the one character that we talk to throughout all this who actually feels like the more we learn about her, the sadder she seems.
Time for some squirrely gains. Muscles. So tired.
And now it's too late to do anything else. Alright, time to go home, go bed. What a day. We are now here. Getting up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. That's just cruel. Oh, we got a story beat.
Hey, Amy. Bessie's buried out back. And a nice little gravestone for her. Was the least I could do.
How did he bury a cow? Those things are kind of heavy.
And I just finished cleaning up the last of the dead crops. They wrecked everything. The corn stalks, the tomatoes, years of work just gone. They even messed up Mom's flowers.
Oh man.
We'll have to close the stall.
Yeah. This sucks!
Just did my rounds. Still no trace of them. If there are agents watching us, they sure know how to cover their trail. What a mess.
Look, Pops. We need to do something. We can't just keep living like this. With the Gegner watching our every move.
We can, and we will.
How can you say that? You can't just let the Gegner walk all over you. After everything that's happened. After what they did to Mom. Don't you care about what they did to her?
Of course I do. When Angie died, rage filled every single muscle in my body. I had half a mind to pack my bags, head to the Gegner, and find the bastards responsible for this. If I had the power, I would have torn apart the entire Gegner horde trying to avenge her. And even if I didn't, I would die trying.
Then why didn't you?
Because of you. Do you really think they'd stop at your mother? You were next on the list, Amy. I could have tried to fight back, but that would have put you in danger. I thought about it for quite a while. Any attempt at getting back at the Gegners would risk them killing you as well. I didn't want that, not again.
I just can't get over how tall he is. He's huge.
Look, Amy, we can continue living like this. We can lay our heads low. That way you'll be safe. We can live as a family.
Not like this. We'll be living a lie.
But you'll be safe, that's all that matters. And you, boy, listen. You don't need to be stuck with our problem. You can forget this ever happens, mention none of this again. You can still pursue your duties as a squire. This whole mess. You've got nothing to do with it.
What the hell, Pops? I'm not just some random asshole who's boarding here. I'm with you guys. And true, maybe all this stuff happened before I even got here. But after all you've done for me, I ain't turning my back on you guys.
Are you listening to me? I ain't risking your lives here. I don't want to lose anyone.
Dad, I know you're worried about me, about Bro. But you can't just keep living like this.
You don't understand.
I do understand. You want us to be safe. I get that. After losing so much, the thought of losing more, it's scary. But people aren't livestock that you need to protect. Sometimes you gotta trust others with what they do. Trust me. Trust Bro. We can figure out a way. We can do it together. I know we can. Stop treading water. You need to wake up. You need to do something.
I see. Oh, you sound just like your mother. I've forgotten. There is one way. We could run far away, to somewhere they can't find us. If we pack up our bags and leave, quickly and by night, maybe we'll be able to slip through their grasp.
But our life here. What about the farm?
There is no more farm, Amy. The Gegners made sure of that.
God, that is a good point.
I'm not running away.
But I thought you wanted to end all this. The sleeper agent is one step ahead of us.
Running away is not doing something about this. Angie, you keep on mentioning her name. I've never met her, but from all the stories I've heard, she sounds like one hell of a fighter. Would she back down from this? Or were all of those stories exaggerations? Amy, you're with me on this, right? Running away won't solve any of this.
Dad, he's right. I think we should stay.
Oh, that was weird. For a second there, Squire's skull almost sounded like a squire.
I'm not sure how we're gonna get out of this, but we can try.
We'll think of something. I'm sure there's another way.
You may never have met Angie, but by God, do you remind me of her when you're at your best, boy. Fine. Give me some time to mull things over. I'll find something out.
Okay, we'll give him time. Man, our relationship with Amy is just going up and up and up, and she's not here. Story beat at the archives. Time to talk with Beatrice.
Beatrice, you have not read a thing. Is there something bothering you? Forgive me, Kamala. It's just that there are still a lot of things on my mind right now.
Oh, this is a nice graphic.
The riot from days ago. The damage it caused. Many guards have been injured trying to keep the streets safe. There is also a matter of the Marshal adding to my woes. He has told me that Flinkman has gained a substantial amount of supporters. The last thing I need is a civil war before our departure to Alcos. I would not want any more deaths. I wonder what type of troubles my father faced during his rule. I can only imagine the weight he carried on his shoulders. Beatrice.
Princess Kamala, Your Highness.
Greetings, Squire. Yes, greetings. Tell me, what brings you here?
I guess I was looking for a good book, but then I saw you two. Now that I'm here, is there something I could do for you?
I was trying to help Shadia feel better. I would like your assistance on this matter.
Anything I can do to help, ladies?
Let me see. Why don't we go around the plaza? Just like we used to. Felt nice just walking around, checking out the stalls.
As much as I'd love to, I'd rather not stay for too long in the plaza.
Oh, right.
Shall we go back to the castle? I feel that there is no use to remain here. If that is what you wish.
And only an hour walk.
Princess!
Oh, it's you!
Yep, I'm glad you're safe. I've got another present for you. This one's gonna make those angry men chasing you go away.
Oh my! This is...
Aww.
Another crown. I put a magic spell on it, so...
Aw, that's so sweet.
Your Highness, I'm so sorry.
Mama?
Shush! You mustn't bother the princess, okay?
But...
Forgive us, Your Highness. Good day.
Oh, would you look at that? Things may look tough now, Your Highness. But don't forget your little victories as well.
He is right, Shadia. You have done so much for me and for your people. Do not forget that. Thank you. You too.
Achievement unlocked. Turbulent times. That went well. Let's talk to her.
A squire like you should buy from a shopkeeper like me.
Let's go ahead and sell the froggy. Should have given that to Giselle, come to think of it. And now we got just enough. No, we do not. Wow, everything just got so much more expensive. What is this? Good lord, these things got just more expensive. Okay, anyway, let's talk to Beatrice again.
Ah, there you are.
Travels! Speaking of, I just booked my trip to Paris next year. Looking forward to that.
I remember going to Alco's when I was a child.
Yes, France.
Really? Did you meet Princess Kamala there?
To be honest, we were both still so young. We might have met in passing, but I don't really remember much. What I do remember is the shopping. Their markets are huge. It was like being trapped in one big maze. I swear, by the time our trip ended, I had so many clothes that I needed an extra carriage.
Wow.
It is a nice place, but more importantly, it's a huge center of trade. With that in mind, it is in our best interest to save it from the Gegners.
Beatrice is a good person. These are all good people. They really are.
Hello there, Esquire.
Hobbies!
So, like, aside from shopping, what other hobbies are you good at?
Though it is true women, especially princesses, aren't allowed into high-ranking military positions, we are still required to learn the arts. And it just so happens that the art of combat is one of them.
The art of war.
Fighting is an art.
Indeed, truth be told, fighting with blades is more similar to a dance than you might first think.
I'm sorry, guys. I really don't know how to turn that sound off.
Whoa, how cozy princesses sound pretty badass!
Well, it is one of the perks we get. We should spar sometime.
Sure thing!
All right. Nothing else for us to do here, so let's wander around. It's only noon. Well, Velle's at the archives. Let's go talk with her. Oh, but we have the money to power up. Let's talk to Velle and then get wiser, smarter afterwards.
Hi!
Secrets!
Here's another secret. I've got this weird-shaped birthmark.
What's it shaped like? Also, more importantly, where is it?
I'm not telling. As for its shape, it's just a small curve, kind of like a moon.
A moon, huh? That is an interesting shape. You could also say it's shaped kind of like a...
Don't say it!
Kind of like a shrimp?
Meanie, quit with the shrimp thing!
I didn't know where he was going with that, but that was a whole lot better than I thought it might go. Oh, Giselle's here now.
Oh, hi.
We're literally hitting up every single girl. This is awesome. Except for Amy, funny enough, and we had a story beat with her. Research!
Reporting in for research.
Let's see what she wants to do with us today. Our poor bodies.
Final test.
Final test.
Okay, Giselle. Hit me with your worst.
Here.
Okay? What's it going to do this time? Blind me? Make me throw up my intestines? Turn me into a puddle of slime?
No. Berry juice.
Berry juice?
Yes. For you. Experiments were successful. Thank you.
Aw, it's a gift. She brings out one as well.
Cheers?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Cheers to me not dying.
Yay.
Yay. I like Giselle. I like all of them. I think I like Giselle the most, like between her and Amy. I don't have anything to gift her, do I?
Need anything else?
Nope. Time to... gain our intelligence.
So much to do, so much to read.
I love that.
And
And now we can go home and chat with Amy. We're hitting up everyone today. That's amazing.
Hey there. Let's talk.
She just had a really bad day. Let's talk about her mom instead of romance. Yeah.
Bro, I've been thinking a lot about Mum lately.
You want to talk about it?
Well, I don't really know where to start.
You could start anywhere. Tell me anything, even if it doesn't seem that important. I'd love to hear more about her.
I always liked the way she smelled after she came home from a hard day's work. It's hard to describe. It was kind of like the smell of soil after the rain. I know that sounds a bit gross, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I know that smell. That's a nice smell.
And there was always a hint of fragrance that came with it, like freshly grown flowers. It was easy to miss, but that's what keeps coming back to me. I know it's a weird thing to start with.
No, it isn't. That's actually quite nice.
All right. I guess we go to bed now? Yep. We actually managed to talk to every single girl, and we got a story beat, and we increased our intelligence. That was a really productive day. Really productive. Oh, story beat. Nice day today. In fact, the weather's perfect for training. Maybe I could spend the whole day working on my sword skills. That'll get Hugh off my back. And it looks like he did just that.
Pops, I'm home. Amy? Pops? Hello?
Bro!
Amy, what's wrong? What happened?
Dad! He just suddenly... He's choking! Hurry! We have to help him!
Tall. Pops! He's still breathing, but he's looking real pale. This isn't good.
We need to get him to the infirmary.
Amy, it's not safe. You need to...
Pops, hang on. Amy, help him up. We gotta get him some help.
Wait, here, I'll...
Whoa there!
Hugh!
You shouldn't leave the door open like that. Arnold! What's happening here?
He came home with a bottle of ale. He took a quick sip, and then...
Amy...
Dad, stay with me!
Hold him still. Looks like he's been poisoned.
Yeah, you think?
Quick, we need to get it out of his system.
Right!
Hugh puts both his hands on Pop's chest.
Okay, stand back. 1, 2, 3.
Dad!
Okay, that should buy us time. We need to get him to the infirmary right away. Prop him up. We're going to need a quick way to transport him.
We can use the wheelbarrow.
That works.
Okay.
Boy... There.
It's okay, Pops. You'll be fine soon enough.
He's trying to tell us something, you dolts.
Hugh!
What the hell?
Something's up.
Get to them. I'll be fine.
Okay, just keep fighting, Pops. I'll be right back.
Amy, get back inside! Someone's...
Hugh! No!
A magician's secret
Is that Serena?
is to remain unseen until the very last moment.
That's Serena! Oh man, I thought you were cool. Serena? Shit! She's even got a crossbow! This is bad! This is bad! I can't jump in there! Even Hugh's down!
Emily Bowden. Well, look how the Wheel of Fortune turns. Started with the mother, and now here I am, ending with the daughter.
Wait, did we just reach the end of the game?
My mom? What are you? You...
Yes, shopkeeper, fortune teller, all convenient professions to gather information. People love to gossip after all.
No, that can't be.
I'm sorry it has to be this way, though I assure you it was never anything personal. I was just following orders. Traitors like your father need to be punished.
Nothing personal? How the hell is any of this not personal?
Okay. Stay calm, Skull. She hasn't seen me yet. That gives me an advantage. What does Esquire training say about crossbows? If I could sneak around and get her from behind...
Did you honestly think this was easy for me? It never will be, girl. But that's the burden of a spy. Your mom, your dad, this damn knight, and soon, you and that pesky little squire. You're all just part of the job.
Is that what you keep telling yourself? Just a job? My family! We trusted you!
I tried to be lenient, I really did. Even gave you a nice little warning when I poisoned your farm. But no, up to the very end, dear old Arnold still insisted on trying something funny. Strange, he used to be so obedient. I can't help but feel that his dear little daughter is to blame.
Just a little more.
Keep her distracted, Amy.
Bro,
You couldn't just lay your heads low and keep quiet, could you? Then you could have lived a happy little life, free of troubles. We might have even spared you once we won the war.
no.
What's that?
There's no way I'm ever going to just sit back and let people like you have their way. Ever since I learned that my mum was murdered, I wondered what kind of horrible monster would take her away from me. But now, all I see is a dirty liar and a sneak.
Cheeky little brat. Like I care. Brave words from someone who's about to die.
I'm not dying.
What?
Serena! Ah! You! No one hurts my sister!
We just punched a girl.
Wait, no,
Bro!
We just knocked her out.
You alright, Amy?
Bro, you're bleeding. Stay with me.
We did well, didn't we? Teamed up, beat the bad guy. Just like he said we would.
Bro!
I think we're about to die. I'm feeling her tears on my face. Huh. I guess I'm gonna die without experiencing man's greatest pleasure. But that's alright. This is fine. Amy, Pops, Hugh, as long as they're safe. Did we not die?
Wake up, Master. It's not yet time. There are still things you need to do.
But what? Where am I?
Calm down.
Who was that?
Giselle?
You okay?
Well, I've seen better days.
No vitals hit. You're lucky.
Wait, where's Amy? Hugh! Pops! Are they all okay?
They're okay.
Aw, good. Oh, that actually was, I'm relieved IRL. That's good. Good news.
Administered antidote. Patched up arrow wounds.
Oh, thank you, Giselle.
You'll all be fine.
That's great. Where are they?
Whew.
These stitches are killing me.
We should tell a joke to put him in even more stitches, huh? I'll see myself out.
You! Oh, hey, kiddo. I'm glad to see you've come too. We were all worried about you. You took quite a hit back there.
Me? You look like you took a pretty bad hit yourself.
So what happened to Serena? Did we kill her, or...
What? Nah, I'm fine. Thankfully, all that heavy armor managed to soften the blow. Ah, told you it helps. Old Arnold's also fine. He's recovered as well. Amy was able to get us all on the wheelbarrow. Pushed it all by herself.
Wow.
I'll give her this. That girl's got quite the muscle.
You could say that again.
But where is she?
Oh, yeah, about that.
Sir Grand?
Put these on. Standard procedure.
Huh?
I've been given orders to escort you to the castle as a criminal.
What?
You're under suspicion of treason.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Whoa! Wait, I'm not a traitor!
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, that's messed up. Ah. Not cool, man. Not cool.
Serena! Serena's a Gegner spy!
Hugh, your presence is also required as a witness.
All right. Come, then. Let's go.
But Okay.
Just so. Thanks for patching me up.
Good luck.
Pops! Amy!
They're both in chains, too.
Boy, I'm so glad to see you've recovered.
Bro, you're all right!
What's going on here?
All of them are present, my queen.
Princess Kamala's here, too?
Very well. We may now begin.
Wait, what's going on here?
It's okay, boy. I've turned myself in.
What?
Told them everything.
Pops.
Arnold Bowden, you have confessed to serving as a Gegner spy for the past 23 years.
I guess Serena's just dead then.
During which you have fed them vital information regarding Cerulia. Such is treason of the highest order. How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Majesty.
My, that is most disturbing. You do realize that in light of recent events, this will also place your family under suspicion for crimes of treason.
What? No way!
Aw, man.
Oh, Your Highness, please, I beg of you, they're innocent.
Your Highness, I may be a bit biased, and I'm shocked as hell to find out the buddy I've been drinking with for 20 years is actually a spy. However, we have some evidence which might clear things up. I was there. The shopkeeper, Serena Ives, who we now believe to be a Gegner agent, was ordered to assassinate the Bowdens in order to keep their activities here a secret.
Yes, I am aware. Serena Ives is also facing charges
Oh,
of
she's
her own.
alive.
After searching her shop, we do believe that she is indeed a Gegner spy.
So she's still alive. Witch.
However, she has yet to yield any information which would prove the Bowden's innocence. Not to mention, simply trying to desert the Gegners does not absolve him of his past crimes.
Well, what about him? As his knight, I can give my testimony that my squire is innocent. I've kept an eye on his schedule. Under my watch, there's no way he'd be able to juggle spy work and squire training. Besides, he's been wanting to be a knight all his life. He'd never think of betraying Cerulia.
Yeah, or that's a good cover, unfortunately.
And Amy, when she wants to be, she's the sweetest girl this side of Cerulia.
I see. Hugh, understand that you are too close to this family to judge them fairly.
Shadia, I also believe that the squire is innocent.
Kamala? You too?
I know it may not mean much when it comes to your laws, but both the squire and his sister, I have spent time with them. They have welcomed me into their farm. I have also personally asked the squire to assist me in my shopping trips. I seriously doubt a Gegner agent would be so willing to play the part of a glorified pack mule.
Hey!
Okay.
I must admit, upon further reflection, it is highly unlikely for the Squire to be a spy. When I asked him to escort me to the forest, we were both alone. Not to mention, he risked his life to save me when we were attacked by that boar. It seems unlikely that a spy would pass up the chance to have me killed. Besides, after many conversations with him, I must admit that he lacks the competence and subtlety required for spy work.
Burn.
However, that does not excuse him from withholding crucial information from the Crown, nor does it excuse Arnold Bowden of his crimes.
To think those barbarians had a spy network that went this deep. This is horrible news, milady, especially with the upcoming war. We could be at a huge disadvantage.
Well, there is one way to even the scales, Your Majesty. I am more than willing to share with you information about the Gegner.
Just look at how tall this man is. Good lord.
Not just information on their spy network, but about their military strategies as well. I trained alongside them. I know how they fight, and trust me, they're craftier than you might expect. I can help you.
That is very tempting information. But tell me, Bowden, why should we trust anything a Gegner spy has to say?
What? But Princess! He turned himself in! That should be enough proof that he's—
Well, unfortunately, that could just be a trick.
Let me speak, lad. Your Majesty, I know the words of a farmer don't count for much. Even lesser are the words of a Gegner spy. But during my years here, I've come to love Cerulia. I've tended its vast fields. I've found love. I've found family. It's now my home. I would not want to see it destroyed. I'm not doing all this to save my own skin. I'm doing this for them. For my family.
This is so sweet.
Their lives are more important than mine.
Ah, I really do believe him. I really do believe that he's a good man.
Dad, no!
Amy, I've run away for long enough. Your Highness, I only ask that you spare the lives of my children. They had no part in this. It was a secret I kept hidden from them. They are not accomplices in any way.
You understand the severity of the situation.
Yes.
Your disregard for your life and your subsequent concern for your family is admirable.
Shadia and Alkos, we are familiar with the Gegner spy work. For years, my robber has tried his best to find a possible agent among them to divulge their secrets.
Sorry, something here. Give me just a second, guys. Okay.
It seems you have quite the opportunity here. I must admit, I am quite envious. To sentence this man to death would be a vast waste of resources.
Yeah.
Princess Kamala.
Among other things.
She's right, my lady. Arnold Bowden's deal offers us interesting opportunities. Inside information may be just what we need to turn the tide of battle to our favor.
That is true. At this critical stage, and seen as we're already at a disadvantage, any information would be valuable. Very well, after hearing everything, Arnold, you shall be taken into custody. You shall work together with Sir Grand and Sir Hugh by giving them intel on the Gegner horde. Any information proven false or untrustworthy will cost you your life. However, should we find your assistance to be useful for the upcoming war, we will consider lessening your sentence.
I think that is fair. I think that is 100% fair.
Thank you, Your Highness.
As for the two of you, there shall be consequences. Squire, you shall continue to serve as Sir Hugh's squire, under close watch. And, of course, you will be required to serve in the upcoming war. Your loyalty during this period shall also be tested.
Thank you.
As for you, Amelie Bowden, you will also be kept under close watch by a cerulean guard. You will be required to report your status until the Gegner War is settled.
I'm okay with that. Thank you.
Very well, we are done here.
That sounds fair.
Arnold Bowden, you may have a moment with your family before you are taken into custody.
She's going to be a good queen.
Bro.
Amy comes and hugs me. I've never felt gladder to feel another Amy ambush.
Dad, you...
It's okay, dear. Listen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for putting all this pressure on you. You keep watering the fields, okay? I know there might not be much left of the farm, but a girl like you has the skill to put it all back together again.
Dad!
Look at you. A fighter's spirit. Your mother would be so proud. And you, boy, you better live through that bloody war and take care of your sister. You both make a good team. Watch each other's backs.
We will.
One more thing. It's been 4 months and you still haven't developed muscles to match mine. What the hell? You're going to be fighting Gegners as big as me. You better work on your form, I mean it.
Well, that's a thought.
And work on your drinking as well, eh? When you get back, you both have a good drink together. Stay together. That's what family's about, eh?
Right.
Before I know it, both Amy and I are embraced in one giant-sized hug.
Thank you. The both of you. We'll see each other again. I promise.
Hi, Mom. So much has happened. The past few months have been pretty rough. I was lost. I didn't know what to do. And everything I thought I knew was put into question. I found it so hard to keep going. But throughout everything, I still believed in you. Thank you. Please, rest well.
Amy?
Bro? Isn't everyone at the castle celebrating the alliance?
Yeah, but to be honest, it was pretty boring. Plus, I keep on getting stares from some of the other knights. Some people are still sort of suspicious, because of the whole thing with Poms.
Oh.
But hey, screw them. I've been training real hard these past few months. You got to tango with a Gegner assassin. Once I get a chance to fight, I'll show him.
So, you'll be getting ready for the war in a few days?
Yep. It's like I'm stuck with Hugh for the next few months.
The farm's gonna be real quiet now.
I'm going to miss those good morning hugs.
Well, you'll have Hugh to wake you up if you ever oversleep.
Ew.
Not looking forward to that.
No.
I'm sorry. Before all this, all I could think about was being a squire, doing all the cool stuff that knights do, just like in the stories. But funny thing is, I've never imagined that I'd have to leave you.
Don't worry, I'll be alright.
So will I. I'll make it back. I promise.
Funny, promises used to always make me so nervous. It always worries me. What if they don't keep it? What if they can't keep it? But maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I'm not going to stress over what might happen. I trust you, bro.
I'll fight hard. I'll fight hard and I'll make it back to you.
I know you will.
Wow, look at that.
It's Tinda's crown.
Just look at the little guys, poking their heads out of the soil. Funny how these sort of things work.
Yeah. Bro, I'll make you a promise too. I'll get some of this Tinda's crown from Mum's grave. I'll plant some on our farm. Hopefully in time, the field will be full of flowers once again.
You think they'll grow back? After what Serena did to our farm?
I know they'll come back. They always do. I'll work hard, plant new crops, buy a new cow. Maybe I'll name it Bessie Jr.
Aw, that's right. Bessie's still dead. No. Oh, and I'm sad again.
I'm sure Bessie would like that.
I'm so sad. They killed Bessie, man.
That way, when you and Dad come home,
I've been this sad since they killed the dog in, that Will Smith film. What was it? Ah, I had something for this.
you'll come home to the same farm. That's my promise.
Yeah, it's a double promise then.
Yeah, it is. You know, my mom used to say something about promises. You gotta seal them with a kiss.
Good night, everybody.
That's one superstition I can really get behind.
She kisses me on the cheek.
That's for good luck. And this, well, this one's just 'cause I want to.
Amy.
Okay. I went from 0 to 100 real fast.
I'm sorry. Was that weird?
Kinda. But hey, I think I'm kinda cool with weird.
Man, funny. I'll be going off to fight a war soon. The future's looking kind of scary, but hey, I trust that it'll all turn out okay. Though right now, I don't mind just staying here with Amy. It's a beautiful day after all. Be ashamed to waste it.
Hey, bro, wake up!
At 11 p.m.
Amy ambush!
Okay, wow. I shouldn't laugh, but I'm just so like, where'd this come from? This isn't funny. I'm just so caught off guard, that's all.
Sis? What are you doing? It's still dark out.
Oh, good lord.
Well, I can't sleep.
Well, what a coincidence.
The house is so quiet without Dad snoring.
Yeah, never thought I'd miss that.
Mind if I stay here for a while?
Not at all.
This feels good. To just rest like this.
Yeah. So, I can't believe it all turned out like this in the end.
In the end.
The two of us, side by side, we did it.
I didn't think I'd make it out of that one.
Yeah. Hey, it's a bit cold. Mind if I come closer?
Sure.
It's funny. Taking out a Gegner spy sure is a step up from swarms of bees and disgruntled nobles.
Yeah. All that's left now is to fight a dragon.
Oh, that sounds cool. Can we fight a dragon?
Hey, thanks for everything.
Anytime, Sis.
I was thinking, maybe you should stop calling me that.
Yeah, it gets awkward, doesn't it?
Sis? Why?
Feels kind of weird, you know what I mean? You should try calling me by my name more often.
To be clear, in case anyone happens upon this and scrubs to this moment of the video, they're not related. He's adopted. So,
Amy?
So there.
That's better.
Why is that better?
Well, it'd be kind of weird, considering, you know.
Is this about that kiss?
Oh yeah, the kiss. Only the kiss. Yes. 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 Look at that big red heart right there.
Do you think it's weird? I mean, we're related.
Not by blood, though. And come on! I read somewhere that nobles used to intermarry all the time. You know, to make sure their blood stays pure and all that.
That is true.
Oh, really? Silly nobles. Though, they're not always wrong.
So, us together. Is this cool with you? Not weird or anything.
Well, there's only one way to find out. After all, we've got the whole house to ourselves.
This isn't funny. I have no other reaction than to laugh. This is Good night, everybody. I can't believe it. This is it. Finally! Man's greatest pleasure! Man's greatest pleasure, huh? Funny, it's different from what I imagined it to be. For one thing, I never thought I'd find it with Amy. But whatever it is, it feels good. Real good. I better make good on my promise. Achievement unlocked, a farm to come home to. Epilogue! Achievement unlocked, speed dating. Holy crap! We have reached the end of this... Somehow we have reached the end of this game. I guess we got the Amy ending. After that, I spent the next few weeks preparing for the war. I gotta say, I was pretty nervous, but Hugh and I managed to get some last-minute training in. I'd tell you more about it, but come on, no one wants to hear about that. All you need to know is that the Alcozy warships eventually arrived in Cerulea's port to ferry us off to war. And speaking of the war... You can't see it very well, but Squire Skull does have his pants down. Fighting the Gegners was tough. War dragged on for 6 months. 6 months! I gotta say, those barbarians didn't know when to quit. But neither did we. Sir Grand kicked some serious ass in the front lines, and Hugh and I, well, we worked as a team. Guess all that training paid off. Heck, I even managed to beat a few Gegners by myself. It's true! And I gotta admit, Hugh was pretty cool out there. He isn't the Army's logistics officer for nothing. Just don't tell him I said that. Anyway, the information that Pops gave us turned out to be real helpful. I mean, sure, the Gegners were pretty scary, but thanks to Pops, we were able to read their movements from a mile away. You should have seen the look on their faces. A Gegner cavalry charge ain't so bad when you're ready for them with pikes and a well-timed ambush. Achievement unlocked for Cerulia. So, spoiler alert, we won! Woohoo! In your face, Gegners! Can you believe it? I survived my first war. I'm one step closer to becoming a knight. Mind you, we still suffered casualties, but honestly, without both Alco's help and Pop's information, I don't want to think of how that might have turned out. Anyway, so after all that, we sailed back to Cerulia. Gotta say, it felt good. Cerulia was safe, and people were looking forward to peaceful times. And also, they ended up letting Pops go. You should have seen the look on Amy's face when Pops came back. She was crying like a baby. Me? What? Me? I wasn't crying. No, you're crying. Though, I gotta say, we're all pretty lucky. It's not every day a spy gets to walk free. Well, technically, they're still keeping an eye on him. So we still got guards coming by every now and then. Though, Pops is actually alright with that. Says he'll do whatever he can to prove that Cerulia is his new home, however long it takes. So now we're back to being one big happy family. Oh, it's the picture of Amy from... Look, it's the picture of her from the cover of the game. How about that? So yeah. So Amy and I, we're a couple now. We go on dates, hang out, and we occasionally visit each other's rooms at night. Wholesome stuff, totally. Saving that. And the cool thing is, nothing's really changed between us. We still bicker sometimes, but hey, we've got each other's backs. Oh, just to let you know, it's still kind of a secret. We're, still thinking how we're going to break the news to Pops. Amy keeps telling me not to worry. Still though, I'm not taking any chances. So until then, I'm doing my best to work on these muscles, just in case Pops challenges me to an arm wrestling match. You know, Bowden family tradition. Though, I'm sure we'll be fine. After all, We took out an elite Gegner assassin together. What's next? A whole army? A dragon? A god? Time will tell. After all, I'm going to be the greatest squire in Cerulean. Oh wait, scratch that. The greatest knight in Cerulean. Yeah, I know. I've still got a way to go, but hey, I'm cool with being a squire for now. Besides, I'm off to a good start. I fought in a war, uncovered a Gegner conspiracy. Sir Hugh even mentioned training me to be the next logistics officer. Just you wait. My adventures are only beginning. But hey, those are stories for another time. All right. So, I guess we got one ending, and it was a pretty good ending. I'm pretty happy with that ending. Any of these names I recognize? Probably not.
I once was so lonely, a hand I was needing to hold me so tightly till the end of time.
Okay. Huh. Okay. I am going to... Okay, I think I've got two save
That's when I found you, my trusty sword. With just my hand and you, I'm never bored.
Good night, everybody.
My adventures may have just begun, but for now I'll have some fun. I'll keep on going just for now. Oh, what do I do when I'm feeling
Oh, I just
stunned?
remembered. I backed
What
this game
do
on
I
Kickstarter.
do when I'm
Is my name going to be here?
bored? Why I take my sword and have some fun. Just a few more strokes.
I don't
and I'll
know.
be
Probably not,
done.
actually, come to think of it.
I'll work hard. I'll train for many months. Blood and sweat. I'll give it all I got.
Wait,
But
no,
it's
this is
mine
patrons.
For now, before then.
I'll be on the lookout for my name, though.
For the one. What do I do
This
when
is funny.
I'm feeling stumped?
Oh,
What
I
do
might be a backer.
do when I'm feeling bored?
Looking for
Maybe
myself.
I'll go
Looking for my
on a
name.
quest. Love is
Where's my
just
stupid
around
name?
the bend.
I really hope my name's here.
And when everything is said and done, being with you is simply stunning. I got more than just my sword.
I'm still looking.
But now I found the one.
Knowing my luck, it's already passed by. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Love
This is
Esquire.
This is going pretty fast here. Supporters like you. Oh, crap. It's going so fast.
I once was so lonely, a hand I was
These voice actors were good. And you could tell this guy, the guy who voiced the Squire, he had a whole lot of fun.
End of time.
Knowing my luck, it's already passed and I missed it. Also knowing my luck, it's not actually in here.
That's when
But
I
know I
you,
backed
my
this on
trusty
Kickstarter, though.
sword. With just my hand and you, I'm never bored.
Good night, everybody.
My adventures may have just begun, but for now I'll have
Unidentified
some
cow.
fun. I'll keep on going just for now. Oh, what do I do when I'm feeling stumped? What do I do when I'm feeling bored? Why I take my sword and have some fun.
Good night, everybody.
Just a few more strokes and I'll be done.
Good
I'll work
lord.
hard, I'll train for many months. Blood and sweat. I'll
This is a
give
lot of
it
backers
all
on this. Wow, I
got.
didn't even
But
realize.
it's time for now, before then, I'll be waiting.
As heads is
for
tails.
the
That's an interesting
one.
name. Discord
What do
sucks.
I do when I'm feeling stumped? What do I do when I'm feeling bored? Maybe I'll go on a quest. Love is just around the bend. And when everything is said and done,
Being with you is simply stunning. I got more.
I wish this was alphabetical. That'd make it easier. That's how the Lord of the Rings did it with the
It was
extended
how
edition.
I found the one.
Also, he's off key.
Love Esquire!
Love Esquire.
Where is... This is going on for quite some time. Anime is for nerds.
I once was so
File not found.
lonely, a hand I was needing to hold me so tightly till the end of time.
Okay, my plan... Here, let me pause that so I can lower the volume a little. My plan is to get through the credits, and if there's some time, continue back from a previous save point, which I think I still have, and continue and try and get a different ending. I still want to play this on Sundays. There's nothing else that's really out from EAS that I want to play through, so that's my plan.
But that's when I found you, my trusty sword. With just my hand and you, I'm never bored. My adventures may have just begun.
I'm still on the lookout for my name. It's completely possible it's just not here, or that I missed it. I wish I could pause this.
I do when I'm feeling bored. Why I take my sword and have some fun. Just a few more strokes and I'll be done.
Good night,
I'll work hard,
everybody.
for
That's the name of the game. Good night, everyone. The video game.
give it all
Well, I see a Jack, which is my name, but that's not it.
now before then.
Oh, I see Josh's name. Joshua Michael French. I saw his name. Yeah, I figured. It figures that he would have backed this. I didn't see my name. It has to be there somewhere, but I guess I just missed it.
And when everything is said and done, being with you is simply stunning.
Wow, they even had a font.
Just my sword.
I want a refund because this game destroyed my social life. Moist. Whole lot of people saying moist. All your tears are belong to us. Send help, I'm stuck in Taiwan. Justice for Beatrice. If my name was in the credits, then I missed it. Let me go ahead and bump the volume back up.
I once was so lonely.
Thanks for playing. Hey buddy, it's me, everyone's favorite Squire. I hope you had fun playing as an incredibly charming underdog. If you want more awesome games from Yang Yang Mobile, support these nerds on Patreon, be sure to check out their juicy merch here. You might want to try their other game too, Scare Your Pants Off, right over here. Yeah, the letter, I got the bad ending, that's why I'm not playing that anymore. Let us go back to the main menu. New Game Plus. Sure. I'm going to save that New Game Plus right there to help differentiate myself. It's just going to start over, isn't it? Welcome to New Game Plus mode. We hope the following features and tips will make your waifu hunting easier. That sounds lewd. Tip 1. You can now sleep anytime. No need to wait until 3 p.m. It was 3 p.m.? Wow, I kept going to bed at like midnight. Tip 2. The calendar now has a time travel feature that lets you teleport to a given day. You can only use this to time travel forward, not backward, so be careful when using this feature. Tip 3. All of your relationship progress and events, as well as your stats and campaign progress, will be retained. Therefore, the arcs and special scenes that you've already finished will not be triggered again. Oh, that's so useful. I don't need to load that save now. Okay. Tip 4. However, some date-specific events, such as Ladies of the Lake, Fertility Date, good night everybody, and Hugh's monthly checkups can be played again once you reach them. I never reached Fertility Date because I got the speed dating trophy. Tip 5, you can now reset your relationship progress at the relationship window. This allows you to go through the story events once again. You can only reset the girl that you've already finished. Good night, everybody. Tip 6, just like with arcs, special scenes also now have exclamation points in the world map if available. Okay! Tip 7, all 16 talk topics of the girl you've finished are now unlocked. Happy reading! Tip 8, after you have completed the campaign, each time you finish any of the waifu endings and enter New Game Plus mode, you'll be rewarded with 1 Ocarina of Love if you don't have one in your inventory. What's an Ocarina of Love? Can I open up my inventory? Where is my inventory? So this starts out at the beginning of the story. All of our relationships are retained. So
Bro, glad you're here.
So let's talk with her about romance. I mean, she's the girl we finished, phrasing. So let's see what she has to talk about. And does this mean we can just talk with her about anything at any time, or I don't know, we'll figure that out.
Hey, sis. I know it might not be the best time, but you ever think about finding love?
This is New Game Plus, to be clear.
Of course I do. In fact,
What's on your mind?
have you ever felt things for someone you weren't supposed to be having feelings for?
So I should have picked this instead of talking about her mom the other time.
Is this going to be another one of those theories, or you think you and I should hook up?
That sounds gay.
What? No, not this time at least. But yeah, do you think that love can sort of happen anywhere? Even if sometimes it may be a bit weird?
Well, yeah. Love conquers all and stuff like that. As long as the two people are willing to make things work, I don't see why there'd be a problem.
I see. Well, that's good then.
Okay, time does progress afterwards. And our relationship still goes up? That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to go through a day. Okay, we could talk to Vel, or we could... Let's do Vel. We haven't had a good chat with Vel all day. Let's go and chat with her. She might even be the one that I want to continue the,
Hey, Val. Doing some fishing?
She might even be the one who I want to get my second romance with, although Beatrice is closer right now.
Yeah, same routine. A fish merchant's gotta fish.
And to be clear, I am going to be continuing this on Sundays. This New Game Plus. I might end up going for every ending possible. We'll see. That would take a long time. But have I mentioned how much I love this game?
Whoa, that's quite some gear you've got there.
Wow, yeah, it is. Look at all that.
Oh, thanks. Hooks, baits. Always good to have a nice little set of options.
Whoa, you better watch out. One of your hooks is rusted.
Oh, this old thing. It's actually a hook from Mortimer. You know, where I grew up.
She really is a softie.
Honestly, I really don't know why I still keep it.
Also, shout out to the voice actors here. They are doing such a good job with every single one of these voices.
Seems bigger than the usual hooks we get around these parts.
Well, it has to be. My dad used to take me fishing. Out there at sea, the fish get pretty big. Then there's the weather. There are a lot of things you gotta keep track of. The way the clouds move, the direction the wind blows. A red sky at dawn means a storm's coming. Not like this lake.
Hold on.
Peaceful,
I need
calm. The sea is different.
I'm sending Josh a letter letting him know that I saw his name in the credits. Okay, sorry about that.
One second you can feel the sun on your face. The next, 15-foot waves are trying to capsize your boat.
Calm 1 second and deadly the next, huh? Sounds stressful.
Not really. You get used to it. Besides, I came home every night to the best fish I've ever tasted. How about you? What was your childhood like?
Not much. Just lots of green fields. Then, one day the bandits came.
Also, I just realized up there on the top left corner it says NG1. I think that means that new game plus, and we have gotten one ending already. I think that's what that means. Also, there's a frog right there.
Aside from that, I don't really remember much.
Well, that's not really a bad thing.
Really?
Yeah, less to miss.
Maybe. But sometimes, I don't know. I feel like I wish I had more to hold on to. Maybe keeping a rusty hook isn't such a bad idea. But for now, I think I'm good with what's in front of me. A nice, quiet lake. Mind if I fish here too?
Of course not. I'd like that.
She really is a softie. Bless her heart.
You want to talk?
I don't have anything in my inventory. Let's talk about hobbies. Sure, why not?
You ever try skipping rocks?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm bored.
Pretty fun, huh? It's all about throwing it at just the right angle. This one time I got it to bounce 8 times. How's that for a record?
I think my record is 5. It's been a long time since I tried skipping stones, though.
That seems like a pretty tame way for someone like Sir Grand to pass the time.
Hey, it's not boring. It's a complex measure of skill.
We know Sir Hugh is, like, right there, right? He's, like, just off screen that way. How is he not hearing all this?
She's right. Only a true warrior can master the art of skipping stones.
What? You too, Matilda?
Of course. In fact, I'm adding that to your training. We need to work on those scrawny wrists of yours, boy.
Okay. Who was that strange voice that talked to us as we were about to die? I cannot grab the toad. I cannot fish the rod. We have a story beat with Amy, even though this is New Game Plus. Let's just see what we're dealing with.
Sis? You okay?
Yeah, I just finished burying Barbara.
Uh-oh.
Why would someone do this?
Don't worry, sis. We'll get through this.
The sheep.
The thing is, the children are still alive.
Really?
Yeah, I found them inside the haystack. By the looks of it, their mother must have hidden them.
Good old Barbara. She did good. A true hero till the end.
Yeah.
Amy.
It's just so sad. Dying like that, leaving her children all alone in the world.
What can I say to comfort her?
Hey. It's okay, sis.
Again, this is a New Game Plus, so I don't know how I missed this.
They aren't alone. They've got us. We'll take care of them.
You're right. We'll take care of her babies. It's going to be tough without their mum around. But I'll make sure they grow up to be strong, the best sheep in the farm.
With your care, I'm sure they will, sis.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know how much more our relationship with Amy can go up. Is there anything else going on in the world? Well, I guess we could go and talk with Kamala. I feel like our relationship with her is at its lowest. We should really go and do this. Let's go chat with her about stuff and things. Can I grab the toad yet? I can! Can I fish yet? I can! Not even a nibble. Yeah, our relationship with her is at its lowest.
Well, there is Shira. Though she is not related by blood, she has been with me for such a long time. It is as if she, too, is family. She is a genius. It is very unusual for a woman to have a position such as hers. Yet she earned it through the proper application of hard work, talent, and wisdom. And now, she is one of my father's most trusted advisors.
She seems interesting.
Indeed, she is. Throughout her life, she has had to put people in their place, using not raw force, but cunning words. I suppose she ended up developing a unique sense of humor after a while. And also, she is at that age where she can get away with saying anything. But do not tell her I said that.
Your secret's safe with me, princess.
That's funny. All right. I guess time to go home. What is Kamala doing out there this late? So we should be able to rest. Save. Right here. And then I'm going to quit to the main menu and we can take a look at what's there. Here we are. So if we go to the gallery, we can see there's actually quite a few pictures of Amy that we haven't found yet. Although some of these are something to look at. But yeah, like most of these are like end game that we have already unlocked. The ones that we haven't unlocked yet are all in the middle of the game. We have barely seen any with Giselle. We still have one night background we haven't seen yet. We need... There's 2 different epilogues for Amy? A good one and a bad one, I assume? Wow, it will take you so long to 100% this game. Oh, wait, you know what? No, I understand it. I know what the second epilogue is. Without saying too much, every single one of these girls has a second epilogue, and they're all the same epilogue. But yeah, looks like we need to work on Giselle. We barely have any images of her. I like her. I like her and Vel. I'll continue work on them. There's also extras. Interesting. Look at all these. Hardest achievement to get. Look at all of these achievements. Holy cow. Let me see the speed dating or whatever it is. $69. Nice. Speed dating. Beat the game in 3 months. Wow. That speed. Yeah, we got... Just look at all of these achievements that we still have. If we so wish to work through it. So, yeah, I will happily, gladly, enthusiastically, and look forward to continue to play this game on Sundays. I'm having a blast with it. I really hope that everyone's enjoying watching me play it. I highly recommend you get it for yourselves, most importantly. But if not, hey, I hope that I'm entertaining for you guys. I'll be back on Tuesday to play something else. Next Sunday to continue this. Until then, on behalf of East Asia Soft, I have been Skull. Have yourselves a great day and a great weekend. Weekend's over, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.